Hello Generals! Welcome to the second episode of the Namibia series. A quick recap for those of you who have not watched the first episode. We are fighting with South Africa over Botswana. Now the capital of Botswana, Gaborone, is under South Africa's control, and we were looking for the fighter jet of South Africa because we are planning on producing UAVs to help us with our tactic that we have discussed in the previous episode, and now we found it. So we're about to engage it and we will try to destroy it. Our economy is up and running smoothly. We are producing our motorized infantry and National Guard, and we are researching the UAV. And this is the reason why we need to destroy that fighter jet of South Africa, because we must have the UAV free to operate above South African airspace to give us real-time intel. This is crucial for our plans, okay, for the tactic we are following in this first stage of the game. We talked about the air. Let's talk about the ground now. So, after South Africa captured Gaborone, he continued to attack me, and he's heading towards our forces, and I had to move my towed artillery. So I try to defend with my recon vehicle and the motorized infantry, and behind them I move my towed artillery, and occasionally I give the order for it to stop so it can attack the South African forces. Something worth mentioning is that the towed artillery and all ranged weapons have let's say a cycle of attack of 1 hour, 15 minutes in real life, 1 hour in the game. The game has 4x speed, so it is 15 minutes. So what I'm doing is I'm moving away my towed artillery from the enemy, and every hour I took a note when that hour comes, and every hour I stop it, it attacks, and then it continues. So you inflict damage to the enemy, and you move at the same time as well. Talking about counters and timers, we can see now that the South African jet is about to attack my jet that it is grounded for refueling in my city. So what I do is I keep on checking the timer on my jet and the timer on the South African jet that shows when it will attack. There is like a 2-minute in-game difference between the attack and the time my jet needs to refuel, which means that my jet will be up in the air when that attack takes place from South Africa's side. This means that my jet will have better chances of inflicting damage and defending itself against South Africa. And because it was defending, it will also have the opportunity to attack. So I will get 2 cycles, let's say, of damage against the enemy, and the enemy only half of that against me, if that makes sense. Let's just watch this so you understand it, because maybe I did not explain it well, but it is really important. These are important, let's say, game mechanics that will help you win battles, and you don't have to use those ridiculous, let's say, stacks of forces each time you attack. And the South African fighter jet is history. So now that we have cleared the skies, let me remind you to subscribe to our channel, and if you leave us a like, it would be much appreciated. Back to our plan now. As you can see, I have some National Guard from the northeast of South Africa going down southwest, and we are trying to capture that South African city. We don't want to stay in the city, we just want to destroy his military infrastructure and get out, because I'm not sure what kind of forces he has, and I don't feel confident with my forces right now. So let's name it in and out tactics. You just create chaos in the enemy's cities and you destroy his economy by selling all the buildings that survive after you capture that city. In real life they call it scorched earth, and militaries have used it for let's say centuries now, for millennials. Final point on this before we move on is that I'm using my fighter jet as a scout. Before I enter a city I never attack blindly. That is the reason why I never use stacks, and I make fun of stacks of forces, because they are a waste of resources. So moving on now, we're on day 2 at last. As you have seen, it took us a lot of time and there was a lot of fighting on day 1, and we now start a game of cat and mouse. The cat is Namibia and the mouse is South Africa. I capture territory and he follows me. Then I turn around, I attack him, and then he retreats, and we do this thing, and this thing will go on for a while now, as it seems, and I have to strengthen my economy and produce my new units, like for example the gunship, because on day 2 I can finally research the gunship, and it is my first priority. At the same time, I'm constructing an airport in my easternmost city, so I can transport fast troops to that city in case he attacks me, because I see activity from South Africa's side around that area. Also, another point is that in my capital I'm constructing a hospital, because my units get damaged, and if I do not manage to heal them fast, they will lose a lot of hit points, and I won't be able to defend, or I will need a lot more units to do the same job. This is another tip, once again, of how to build a strong economy. It is a lot cheaper for you to heal units with a hospital than to build new ones. You consume a lot more resources to build new ones. When to heal them, you consume 0 resources. Back to our game now. The South African forces don't seem to give up, and that player, and I like that he doesn't give up. So I had to capture Johannesburg for the second time and destroy his infrastructure there, and he's sending units all around, and the cat and mouse thing continues as we predicted. Things, however, don't go well for South Africa, as he has lost on day 1 5 motorized infantry, 1 combat recon vehicle and 1 fighter jet. That makes 7 units, and on day 2 up to now he lost 2 motorized infantry, so that's 9 units in total. And talking about the country ranks, now we are on day 2, we are on place 43. This player is active, and as we can see, I might capture a city, destroy everything, he will build an army base and start producing again units, and he started sending units all around my territories, and just now he started attacking my provinces to the southeast of my capital, which is a bit worrying at this stage, and I don't know what he has or what he's producing. Let me remind you once again to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our new episodes, and as we're running out of time for this episode as well, I will catch you in the next episode. Bye for now!